this video is going to be a bit different. Got a question here that says, I'd like to see a video on songwriting, specifically on how to break out of using just the chords in any one key, such as the key of C, and how to bring in chords from other keys and make them fit the song. So, when it comes down to it, the easiest answer for that is use whatever chord sounds good to you in any key, and if you like it, use it. If you don't like it, don't use it. So, always kind of interesting answering how to write things, what you should write, because there's really no true answer on how to write anything. A lot of students ask, do I have to stay in key to write a song? And the answer is no, absolutely not. A lot of times staying out of key or using several different keys can really make something sound good. Like a lot of death metal stuff will definitely not stay in key. But then again, some of it does. So it's really subjective what you end up using. But you know, there are examples that we can do, and unfortunately there's a big old glare on this whiteboard. But hopefully it will be good enough to get my point across on these examples. So, key of C. Key of C consists of all your natural notes. You got C, D, E, F, G, A, and B that make the key of C, and the basic chords, or your triads, that come from these notes here. You're basically skipping every other note in the key to get these chords. This is where you get your C major, D minor, E minor, F major, G major, A minor, and B diminished. Now, the diminished one is not that commonly used because of the way it sounds. It's very abrasive, but it's definitely usable, and it is in key. Now, the notes. I got the notes up here that make up what these chords are. Hopefully they're somewhat visible for future videos. Hopefully I will have something in place to get rid of the overhead fluorescent lights. But for now, this is what we have. The C chord contains the notes C, E, G. D minor chord contains D, F, A. E minor chord contains E, G, B. The F major chord contains F, A, C. The G major chord contains G, B, and D. The A minor chord contains A, C, E. B diminished contains B, D, and F. Now, every major key has its parallel key. Not relative minor. That's something different. A relative minor would be, for the key of C, would be the key of A minor, which is the exact same 7 notes, the exact same 7 chords right here. There is no difference whatsoever other than you're considering A the root note instead of C. Same 7 notes anyway. So the parallel to a major key is simply take that root note C and make it the key of C minor. That's a parallel. So this is one example of what you can do to bring in chords from another key. Use the parallel key. So the key of C minor, and look, I forgot to write the notes here. Let me put that up. Okay, couldn't find the black pen right away, so I used green. So the notes for the key of C minor, most of these are the same. C is still here, D is still here, E is now an E flat, F and G are the same, and now we have an A flat and a B flat. So the chords we have here, we have a C minor chord consisting of C, E flat, and G. A D diminished now, consisting of D, F, and A flat. E flat major, consisting of E flat, G, B flat. F minor has F, A flat, and C. G minor has G, B flat, D. A flat major has A flat, C, E flat. B flat major has B flat, D, and F. So, now that I've gone on about all this stuff, I'm going to go over a couple chord progressions on how to use this. Now, one idea you can think of, and it helps to have all this stuff out, and look in the video description, all this stuff is in there. So, you got the C chord is very similar to the C minor chord. The only difference is the E becomes an E flat. So that's a possible good transition. They sound similar, so maybe you can go between the two. Pretty much any of the root notes is a good place to kind of go between, because the F is close to the F minor. The A minor and the A flat major, I mean, it's still similar. The C is still the same. It's just flatting the A and the E there. But anyway, let's go over some examples here. So what I'll do is go, for this one, I'll go between C, C minor, G minor, and G, so you can hear how that sounds. I thought that sounded better going between it like that versus going so basically C, C minor, G, G minor. You can do it if you like, but I thought that other way sounded better. So basically you start in the key of C, we go into the parallel, still in the parallel, back to our key of C. So that could be like maybe a bridge part of a song. Maybe you want to add some tension, like let's say I'll do that again and then break into a more common sounding poppy pop progression. And pop stuff is still using a lot of metal stuff anyway. Same kind of progression, but anyway, here we go. So we used the parallel key to throw in a different flavor of sound, and then we just went back into the usual sound that you're most used to hearing. Another example, let's see, I'm going to go between the A minor chord, A flat major, B flat major, into the B diminished. So this is what we got. So the A minor to start. Get that up into the camera here. So at the very end there, I went back into a more typical chord progression. So that's one way that you can incorporate chords from a different key in order to break out of your typical chord progression structure. Now another way you can do it is changing a lot of these into diminished chords, or using diminished chords to bridge the gap in between chords. But I will save that for another video. So if you have any questions about this or anything at all, send me an email, let me know, and I'll put a video together for you. And thank you for watching.